Today I will be showing you the Channel Island cast-on. The Channel Island cast-on is a traditional cast-on used in Gansey sweaters. It's decorative, yet stretchy, and is fairly sturdy. This cast-on is very similar to the longtail cast-on, but with a slight twist, so it can be a little confusing when you first start. But the way you work it is you have your tail here, you fold it over, you double up your tail, like so. And you make a slip knot right here with the end of this doubled tail. And you place that, the doubled up strand there, on your right needle and tighten it up. So you want a few inches. This is actually probably a little too short. You want a good 6 inches or so you can weave that in later. That will not be used, so I'm going to hold it out of the way. Then the working yarn is a single strand, and the tail is this doubled strand. So similar to long tail, you need to make sure this doubled tail is about 2 to 3 times longer than the width of the fabric you are casting on. And you hold the yarn in slingshot position, just like for long tail. So this is slingshot, the slip knot is on my needle, the doubled tail is going over my thumb, the single working yarn strand is going over my finger, like so. The trick with this is first, so there's 2 steps to this cast on. You make an alternating yarn over and then a cast on stitch. So first we reach over the finger strand and pull a loop up. So this is, and I'm anchoring this slip knot so the knot is oriented down. This counts as my first stitch. This is my second stitch. This is a yarn over. Now, I remove my thumb from the slingshot position, and I'm going to wrap this doubled tail around my thumb twice. And I'm going in a counterclockwise method. So I'm going in front and in and around again and in, doubled around my thumb. I insert my needle under all of those strands. I catch the finger strand and pull it, scoop it through all of those strands. I'm going to place it right there next to that yarn over that I made, and then you pull on both the tail and the working yarn to snug that knot up. Now I scoop the working yarn again to make a yarn over. Now I'm removing my thumb and I'm going inside, inside, under all of those strands, scoop the finger strand, pull it through, sit it next to that, and sometimes you have to really yank like that. Now get a yarn over, remove my thumb from the slingshot, come on, focus, double wrap under all of the strands, scoop, pull it through, tighten. Get a yarn over, wrap those twice around my thumb, under all of them, scoop through, place it. And this makes it, this is a great beginning for 1x1 rib because it makes alternating. So this would be a knit, this would be a purl, this would be a knit, this would be a purl, this would be a knit, this would be a purl. It makes a really great alternating cast on with little purl like bumps, little like picots almost. I will cast on a few more and then work a row or two in 1x1 rib and show you the finished result. One thing I forgot to mention is it's best to end your cast on with a knot just to anchor it, and then but that casts on an odd number of stitches. So if you need an even number of stitches, when you get back on your first row to that very first stitch that is 2 strands, work both strands individually as if they were 2, and that will yield you an even number of stitches on your first row. If you need the odd number of stitches, you will work these 2 strands together as though they are 1 stitch, like so. And that's the first row has been worked, and so you can see it's in 1x1 rib, so all of the knits have these pretty little knots, and from the wrong side, and then stretched. So it makes a very nice edge. It's traditionally used in Ganzes sweaters, and it's decorative yet stretchy, and yeah, it's not too terribly hard to work once you get the hang of it, but it can be a little tricky when you're used to the long tail muscle memory. But yeah, so that is the Channel Island cast on.